The Northern Lights put on quite a show across the inland Northwest last night. Thanks for joining us here on the special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Jordan Smith. The National Weather Service says it hasn't issued this extreme of a geomagnetic storm since 2003. And many of you were able to see just how bright the sky beamed with color. Marissa Rio shares what the National Weather Service says about your chances of catching another solar storm this evening.
Thank you, Jordan. Luckily for all of us, a geomagnetic storm has been issued again for tonight. Now, last night's storm was a Category 5 storm. The National Weather Service says it is expecting another significant amount of northern light activity this evening, but whether or not it will be a G5 again is still uncertain. Here are some photos viewers sent us to give you an idea of what you might see if you will go out this evening.
An absolute anomaly. As people drove away from the city lights, they were treated with beams of pink, green, and blue lights in the night sky, as if we were getting a glimpse of another universe. But what is exactly happening in the sky?
It's due to solar activity, and when we get big events like the one we had last night, this what's called solar coronal mass ejections.
In simpler terms, what you are seeing here is a large amount of solar energy being released from the sun. It's a solar storm that's only visible in the night.
There have been some power grid irregularities that have occurred. There has been some disruptions to GPS. So there have been already some impacts from this extreme event that we had last night.
And as for tonight, Jeremy Wolf says the best time to go out and catch these lights is around 9:30, 10 o'clock. It is possible that the show will last throughout the night. A local photographer took these photos last night out in Rockland. While he says he's captured this beauty before, it never ceases to amaze him. He has some tips for others trying to photograph the show tonight. The first being to get away from the city lights and adjust your shutter speed to about 5 seconds.
It's really important to get your focus right, get those stars in really pinpoints, and just work on your composition, whether it's something in the foreground that is interesting, or make it be as creative as you can.
Tonight should also be close to perfect conditions. As Jeremy with the National Weather Service shows me the satellite, he says there will be some clouds in eastern Washington, but they aren't very expansive, so it should still be a good viewing.
When I spoke with Mike Crawford, he said the lights were so spectacular last night, even an iPhone camera could capture the beauty. So if you're like me and you'll be using your phone tonight, he says just make sure you hold it still and always shoot towards the north. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
That's how a lot of us got those photos, Marissa. Yeah, thank you for that. And we've been overwhelmed with your pictures and videos of the Northern Lights, so keep them coming. You can comment on our Facebook post, or you can email them to news4@kxly.com. And this was all over our social media feed. I don't think there was anyone more excited about this than our very own Matt Gray.